throw on first down with Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. From the shotgun, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Get ready. 25. 25.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw is Ryan. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on that.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Here we go.
Mayfield now. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
180.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
A first down carry here for Johnson. There goes Duke Johnson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, 56 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I know in retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Hey, Tuesday.
On second down, it's Freeman, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
It was a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First down, Atlanta.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Ryan. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check pass. Check pass.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 12 yards there and a 1st down. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Ryan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 quarters. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into
a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Check nine.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Buying time to his left. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that will be incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. Good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their 38. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Olivier Vernon brings him down. On 2nd and 9, Ryan, they'll roll him out right. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. Operating from the gun, Ryan is going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, this is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu, 30 yards, and the Falcons have retaken the lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The Browns are in the end zone. Touchdown.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
I'm scared. Watch out, watch out. Tight end.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 19 and a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
At the Falcons' 5-yard line.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal.
I'm going to come back to you.
Mayfield to throw it. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And now it's 2nd down.
Watch the run, watch the run.
To throw again, Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 yards there. 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
53.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. And he's going to go down. 40. Myles Garrett getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
He's packed under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett, who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
They begin this drive with Chubb. He's got the first down and more.